Hello everyone, Tommy there. Hope you guys are doing really well. And I'll be reviewing a fragrance from the house of Prada today. And it's going to be Prada Luna Rossa Ocean Eau de Parfum. So yeah, let's get started. To start off, let's look at the bottle first. Um, it basically resembles like other Luna Rossa bottles. As you guys can see, red Prada um, tag on the front. Ocean's written over here. I'm not sure if you're gonna able to read that. And eau de parfum concentration. At the back, nothing much. And at the bottom, there's a batch code sticker. That's about it. And this thing over here, I'll get to it in a moment. And this is how the sprayer looks. It's a built-in sprayer with a red atomizer from where it sprays, the red nozzle, you could say. So overall, it's okay. It sprays a good amount. Nothing special. So the bottle looks okay. Again, nothing special. Typical classic, Luna Rossa type of line design and stuff. The one thing that I really don't like is this cap. Like, what is this? Like, this literally looks like something that we get in our medicine syrups, like the cup that we drink like medicine syrups from. Like, apart from the fact that it doesn't have anything, like at the bottom, it's empty. But I mean, this is very cheap, and I did see like with all the Luna Rosa line, they give this sort of cap, which is, I don't know why they do it, but it's just, it's cheap. It looks very cheap. Anyways, let's get to the smell. So first of all, let me tell you one thing. If you like, let's say, Invictus style fragrance, or if you like Hawas Ice, or let's just say if you like YSL Y sort of type of fragrance, YEDP sort of type fragrance, you're definitely gonna like this. Because normally with me, I really like YSL YEDP, and I sort of like Invictus style fragrances, not too much, sort of. So that's why for me, liking this was not a very difficult or a very hard thing. Um, as I said, this is just around my wheelhouse. So now, how does this smell? Um, Smell wise, this is pretty nice. I would classify this as a sweet amber fragrance. Even though it says Prada Ocean Eau de Parfum, I'm not sure how that translates, how this smell translates to an oceanic sort of smell, because what we sort of like, you know, know about oceanic fragrance is that, like, when it's like sort of like, Megamare DNA, or sort of like Acqua di Gio Profondo, or you could say Dolce& and Gabbana Light Blue Oh Intense, those sort of like DNA, they resemble, and that's what we know and we perceive to be sort of like an oceanic fragrance, let's just say. But I don't know how this translates to an oceanic or ocean title. Maybe Prada, they see ocean a bit differently. Could be, I'm not sure, but it is what it is. So yeah. So from the get-go, what you're gonna get citruses up off the top. The notes is listed as grapefruit, but I don't get like that photorealistic grapefruit. It resembles more like a bunch of citruses mixed together, like a tad bit of mandarin orange, a tad bit of bergamot, and then you got a tad bit of grapefruit. Like it's a mixture of citruses with like the amount of grapefruit being a bit more. That's what I get. And this citruses, and from the get-go, I get some saltiness as in like an ambroxan type of saltiness, with vanilla from the start. So from the start, it will be a bit citrusy, and then a bit more sweet. So it's a sort of like a fresh, sweet sort of start. And then the more it goes into the dry down, it tends to get a bit fruitier for some weird reason. I couldn't actually see any fruit notes listed, to be honest, but it does get a tad bit like fruitier, like it turns a bit fruitier. So that's what it, like almost like, as I said, like it's a YSL Y type Invictus styles, sort of like that, those in that range of fragrance. So the more it gets to the dry down, the citrusiness sort of dies off. I mean, it does sort of linger around with a fruity backbone, and the amber and the vanilla, the vanilla comes up a bit more, and the amber alongside with the vanilla, it starts to, play its own thing. So the more it goes into the dry down, it will be more vanillic, more ambery, with a slight bit of fruitiness, and the thing that I mentioned, like the saltiness, right? The ambroxan sort of saltiness. Don't expect saltiness like, let's say, like from pure salt, like Dolce and Gabbana Light Blue, oh, intense type saltiness. No, the saltiness is just like how Ambroxan smells like, just a tad bit, just a tad bit of saltiness. That's it. So overall, it's going to be sweet, ambery, slightly fruity at the dry down, and slightly salty, like that Ambroxan sort of vibe, or sort of that ambergris sort of vibe. So a tad bit fresh, a tad bit salty. That's what it is. So, and that's what I get, actually. That's the fragrance itself, like nothing special going on, to be honest. As I said, if you like those sort of fragrances that I just mentioned, YSL Invictus style, you're definitely gonna like this. However, what I find personally is that this does resemble like Invictus Victory, like just the Victory, not Victory Elixir. Victory Elixir is totally a different fragrance. This resembles like Invictus Victory at the dry down, minus the chocolate accord that it has. Invictus Victory has a chocolate sort of accord. It resembles, or it is similar to that Axe chocolate, like Axe Dark Temptation, if I'm not mistaken. That like we used to wear during the 2010s, during the early 2010s, basically. So this has that resemblance minus the chocolate side of things. So overall, it's an easily likable fragrance, sort of like mass appealing, but nothing special. Now, coming to the longevity and projection. First of all, this is Prada. Don't expect crazy longevity, crazy projection. Honestly, the only one reason that I do not own Prada, and thank you, Ali, for actually letting me borrow his fragrance to review. And one of the biggest reasons I don't have, or I don't own a Prada fragrance, is because of the longevity and projection. Yeah, they smell nice. They smell nice, but for that longevity and projection, I don't find it to be justified for that price range. Okay. Um, the longevity from this on my clothes was around 7.5 hours. Unfortunately, on clothes, not on skin. On skin, I usually do not comment because, like, on my skin, if something lasts around, let's say, 8, 9, 10 hours, on your skin it might probably last around 2 to 3 hours. And and, uh, and let's say opposite scenario, something that lasts on your skin, like, let's say, 12 hours, 11 hours, it just lasts on my skin, like, let's say, 3 hours. So it varies from person to person. So I'm not going to comment on that. So one thing that is a bit more consistent is the cloth itself, or the fabric. So it lasted on my shirt around 7.5 hours with a projection of around 1 hour. Yep. Even though it's a amber vanillic fragrance, I was expecting an eau de parfum concentration. Just, just forget the name. By itself, if it was not Prada, just imagine an amber vanillic fragrance with eau de parfum concentration. What does it give you? It gives you longevity and projection. But when you get this name with it, don't expect anything. So yeah, that's the one problem with Prada that I find. The only fragrance that I actually found from Prada that actually performed was Prada L'Homme Intense. That's the only fragrance that performed, and the performance was not crazy. It like the Prada like Prada L'Homme Intense has longevity. Don't get me wrong, it has that longevity. It will last you like through the whole day, but doesn't have that much of a projection. So yeah, performance is a huge issue with Prada, unfortunately. The name itself, that's why Prada is a brand. Like, you are buying basically because of the brand, you're investing because of the brand name. That's it. Now, coming to the versatility stuff, I think this is a pretty versatile fragrance in terms of you could wear it in the office, you could wear it during summer dates. Gym, I wouldn't recommend on gym, but casually, you could definitely wear it. It's definitely a mood booster, because of how the fragrance comes across in the air as well. Females are gonna like it because it's a fresh, sweet, ambery sort of fragrance. So they're definitely gonna like it. Let's say if you're, in a university, you can definitely buy this and wear this. It will definitely serve you well. Overall, I think, yeah, that's pretty much around casual, office, university classes and stuff like that. That's mostly it. Yep. And even like summer dates as well. However, I would highly recommend not to wear specifically this sort of fragrance in super high heat. Like, when it's, let's say, when it's above 34, 35 degrees Celsius, do not wear this. No, it's not gonna come off well. Like, it's a sweet fragrance overall. Doesn't matter if it's a summer or whatever the fragrance is. It's a sweet fragrance overall. So avoid. But apart from that, like any other weather, spring, winter, whatever that is, it's going to perform. Now, the performance that I just mentioned is in Bangladesh weather. Obviously, uh, if it was outside, like let's say in America or in Canada or in Europe, this would probably give a projection for around, if I'm not mistaken, for around 2 hours. And on shirt, it would probably last 10 to 12 hours. This one. And I'm 100% sure that this one will do it on a different weather. But in Bangladesh weather, unfortunately, everything takes a hit and there is nothing to do. So I hope, yeah, that's about it mostly. And I hope that you guys have enjoyed this review. And I hope that I could give you enough details about it. Is it a recommended from my end? Yes. And how much would I rate it in terms of 10? Let's say, overall, as a package, I would rate it as an 8. I could have rated it at as 9 or 9.5. But unfortunately, with that sort of longevity and projection, it comes down to an 8. The only problem is the longevity and projection. Price isn't a problem. Smell isn't a problem. The bottle design is okay, not bad. This is a huge problem. Please, Prada, if you're listening, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Either you give a good cap or just keep it as it is. You don't need to add like a cough syrup cup to this sort of like thing. Just, it makes it look ugly, makes no sense. So, yeah, there goes that. So overall, it comes down to an 8 out of 10. But yeah, definitely recommend it from my end. And do let me know if even if you guys have tried it, if you guys have it, do let me know how this one smells on you and how long or how much performance you get out of it in the comment section. And do let me know if you guys want it, like do let me know like which fragrance like you want me to review next. And please subscribe to my channel. It definitely does help me grow and motivate for future videos. Yeah, and that was it from my side. Hope you guys have enjoyed the review. See you on another one. Bye bye, guys. Take care.